credit to Right Wing Watch for this next story, because this is going to show you Glenn Beck's entire show and his entire career in a nutshell. So him and his yes men are going to mock the deal that got rid of Syria's chemical weapons, and then you'll see a CNN report which sheds light on their ignorance.
I was struck by when it came to eliminating Bashir al-Assad's declared weapons stockpile, we made substantial progress in advancing American interests. What? What? Where? What? Did anybody see them get rid of their stockpile of chemical weapons? Nothing happened there.
Remember the agreement with the Russians? They were
they did get rid of some of them. I don't remember what the exact. They were way behind the timeline. They were way behind.
They get rid of them, or they said they would.
They did say they would, and then they sent some to international. I can find the update on it, but they did send some.
Okay.
Of course,
they're probably,
certainly they can be trusted to tell you how many
Can
they
I tell
have.
you something? You're probably exactly right. And they probably have sent some of those weapons, maybe even across our own border here.
Just over a year ago, U.S. President Barack Obama accused the Syrian government of crossing a red line by using poison gas against its own people. So it's a major step forward that the last of the country's declared chemical weapons stockpiles are about to be destroyed. Jonathan Mann explains.
Deadly cargo, chemicals manufactured for chemical warfare from Syria, a country that used poison gas against its own people. Under tight security at a port in southern Italy, toxins ferried out of Syria aboard a Danish ship are being transferred to a U.S. vessel, the Cape Ray, for an unprecedented operation, reprocessing the chemicals at sea into compounds safe enough to destroy. The complicated work was praised as a landmark in the decades-long effort to rid the world of chemical weapons. Syria faced the threat of U.S. attacks after sarin attacks near Damascus last year that killed hundreds of people. Now it has become the first country in history to surrender chemical weapons in the midst of a war.
This is such a great story. Again, credit to Right Wing Watch for going above and beyond and doing what is usually my job. Like, usually they'll just provide the insane comments from some right-wing media figure, and then I go and do all the fact-checking and say, well, no, actually, here's the reality of it. This source says that, this source says that, and they are 100% wrong. Okay, the conservatives are wrong. They went above and beyond and added that CNN clip there. It's been widely reported, and this is why this clip is so important. It's not just this segment on Syria where the same theme applies. You could take virtually anything Glenn Beck has ever said, except the time he said liberals were right about the Iraq War, but anything else, and you can juxtapose it with actual news and information, and it will totally contradict him and say he's wrong. Okay? With any issue, I guarantee you, look, that's why I think it's fairly easy to do my job. You listen to something some right-wing pundit says, and you go, okay, let me fact-check it. You spend a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes thoroughly going through all the data. You collect the data, and you present it. You say, here's what they said. Here's why they're wrong. It's his show and his network in a nutshell. At first, he's 100% confident, mocking the idea that the administration said, look, it's a good thing. It's good for America that we were able to get rid of Syria's chemical weapons. It's a win. It's a win for the country. He's like, excuse me, I didn't see that happen. Did anybody see that happen? That never happened. And one of his yes men, Pat, is like, no, we didn't take it. You're right, Glenn. You're so right. Did anybody see it happen? No. The deal with Russia happened, but then it wasn't followed through. And then the best part is the one guy who kind of sort of read like half the articles and skimmed through them, like the articles you should read if you do a show where you talk about politics. He was like, hey guys, I think they might have gotten rid of some of them, but they were super, super, super late, and like they probably didn't even really get rid of them. And you know how it is, man. Obama's stupid. Yeah, Obama's stupid. And Glenn's like, you know what? You're right, man. I bet they did get rid of some of the weapons, and they sent them over our border here. Get it? Obama's not protecting us. The chemical weapons, they were sent here. He still got them. He still got chemical weapons. Obama sucks. No, dude. The chemical weapons are gone. It was a massive success. So the goal that the conservatives wanted, remember, so many of them were screaming for intervention. To be fair, Glenn Beck was not one of the ones that wanted intervention, but a lot of conservatives were like, go in and attack, because we got to get rid of the chemical weapons. We managed to get rid of the chemical weapons without having to shoot a missile. That's the definition of success in the region. Okay? Look, of course, there's still a civil war going on, Assad versus the FSA. And then, of course, part of the rebel movement also, there are jihadist factions, not in the FSA. The FSA is separate and more secular. But you have Al-Nusra Front, which is a jihadist organization, essentially fighting Assad also. It's basically, the movement is at least 50% fundamentalist Islamist now, okay? So, yes, it's a complicated war, and the situation still sucks over there. But as far as the U.S.'s role of just getting rid of chemical weapons, mission accomplished. But jackass who doesn't do his fucking job, which is reading the articles, is like, oh yeah, sure, they got rid of the chemical weapons. Oh, this is stupid. Who believes that? What? It's been proven? Oh.